You find it on the page? Okay, dude. Oh, we got it.
I just got it on YouTube. Brendone out of nowhere. I just got it on YouTube. Oh, I hate hearing myself right now.
Yeah, that's facts. Alright. I'm gonna send it in the chat, and then you get something for the
Yeah.
Page.
Alright. Screenshot the I'll screenshot the YouTube thing and I'll just post that.
Alright. This week in CWL. Alright.
What should I say? Tune into CWL's gaming podcast.
Yeah, something like that.
Podcast with
predictions, analysis, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Featuring Jared and Malco covering predictions, analysis, and fan questions.
yeah, Q&A. Dude, this is the wave right now.
Alright, so I have predictions, analysis, and fan Q&A. Now I'll just be like, predictions, analysis, fan Q&A, and more.
Yeah, that's facts.
Alright. Alright. Alright, I posted and I put the link in the description.
Oh, I see it. Oh yeah, watch us go to like round 100 and we're still talking.
Oh my, talking about Wiffle straight through.
Oh my god.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, let's get the show on the road, man. I'm starting this bad boy out.
We'll play a little bit until people start joining.
Yeah.
So we can kind of.
I know I'm watching on my computer, so that's probably one person.
I'll join on my computer.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna join.
So we got one Brendone in here, I think.
Who knows who it is?
Dude, could be anybody.
3 watching.
Oh yeah.
Who knows who it is? Three watching. Oh yeah. Alright, let's see how we go.
Alright, man. Oh, we got 5 in the cut.
5 in the cut.
Alright, so Shat's team got butt written up. They got butt written.
Shat's team?
Oh, absolutely, man.
Curious to see how they take that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think they were going to be that bad. I thought, you know, they were going to be better than Nudes and Brendone, to be honest.
You know, I thought Siege would inherit some of John's technique.
As did I.
But you can just tell he's that kind of lazy player who thinks things come for granted.
Absolutely.
It's a shame.
It really is a shame, because that team, you know, had some potential, and I think the whole league caught by surprise when, you know, they didn't live up to it. And given they're playing a great team in Ryan and John, but, you know, that was a very poor performance.
Yeah, you know,
no other can take. I alone can lead us to our salvation.
First game jitters playing
Perhaps,
the league.
That was the first game the whole season, yeah, so
right.
Gotta respect that.
And especially the brother of his brother saying probably got him in his head.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, it's good.
Word. And Shat, we kind of, you know, knew he was going to be cheeks, but...
You know, yeah, low expectations for him. You know, I'm curious to see how they progress.
Oh yeah. The third spot for the playoffs for the NL is going to be interesting to see who snags that. I think at the moment it's going to be Nick Moore and Brendone, but you know, that's who I got. CJ and Shat, not to be confused with CJ Shat. They got to show me something, you know, before I can slate them into that 3 seed.
The Brendone game was everybody's surprise there.
Oh yeah, first pitch of the ball game, popped one into left field, out of here. Unreal.
Operation for him.
Because we gotta turn the game volume down. Because John says he can't hear us that well. Oh boy, I'm going down. We probably should have left. Oh god.
Alright, okay, fine.
Alright, I'm opening this door. Crack it open. Top 2 doors. I might get the VMP.
Life is a series of obstacles.
Oh.
All of them shall be overcome.
I don't know how to turn down game volume, like...
I think if you go into options, you go into options and you want to go to audio.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Audio master volume. Okay.
It's got to face on me.
Turn it down a few notches. Hey chick. Hey chick.
Check.
I'm
Jenny.
not a VMP, fuck it. Jenny.
Something quickly.
Yeah, I usually buy the VMP. I think it's a nice
dude,
gun.
it's a good point
for
gun.
the
For
early
sure.
round. Yeah, lots of points.
I'll look at those. Yeah, so I think Nick Moore and Brendan really showed me something.
I think I agree. I was impressed by their overall pitching. But
Yeah.
hitting, I think, is more Brendone carrying the hitting part of the,
Oh yeah, no doubt.
team.
But if Nick Moore can get himself going on the mound, and you know Brendone obviously proved himself, you know, better than what he was, he could be a good, you know,
Right.
if Nick Moore could turn into that #1 guy as Brendone is, you know, just raking, that team's going to be really something else. They're going to be dangerous down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, you called it. You predicted them just coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of talent there. You know, it was just a matter of putting it all together. And I think they're very capable of doing so.
It's interesting to see how this league turns out.
Absolutely.
It's a highly competitive league.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Let's talk about Mackey and Bond.
Mackey and Bond, man. Oof.
I mean, I think everyone in the league kind of has the same idea about what kind of team they are, but they seem to beg to differ.
They do seem to beg to differ, but I don't understand how they can even try to move forward in the league when they're just yelling at each other every 5 seconds. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, there's no way a team can have success if they are not on the same page.
I mean, they're already...
They never seem to be.
Right, and they're already in a bad spot with their skill sets, you know.
Right. You know,
they're really in a
I'm
bad
not gonna
spot
lie.
as it is.
Bond actually turned it around for a second.
For sure, for sure. You know, he showed some flashes of potential. No doubt about it.
I mean, if he can keep that consistent,
Oh, yeah.
who knows what that team could do.
Right. I mean, neither of them are necessarily that bad. It's just putting them together, having that team chemistry. And, you know, just knowing, just them getting those big hits at the right times and locking up
Right.
just tightening up the pitching. That'd be good.
They just never seem to perform when they need to.
What? Oh, shit. Alright. Sorry.
Bro, I got you, man.
Yo, my man. You know I'm trash when I go down on dogs. Freaking Manny's yelling up here. That's clutch. Week 1
You want me to open the
LVP
stairs?
predictions. If you can. I'll cop the
Yeah,
max.
of course. Who do I have as my LVP?
Ooh.
I don't have time to explain now.
I'm gonna say Shat.
I have a message for you.
I'm
Personally.
gonna have to agree.
Not that we expected much, but still. Very poor performance on his part.
Yeah, I mean, I think preseason before any season play,
Yeah.
I would probably pick either Mackey or Bond.
Yeah, right.
You know, looking at how bad they got beat by John and Ryan. I mean, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, half of it is giving Siege Zone benefit of the doubt with his brother being the superstar that he is. Hopefully we can roll up on him. Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to slot him as my LVP.
Yeah, as do I. Just a very poor. Fuck.
Dude.
Dude, I don't know. Dude, I got crammed in the corner. Dude, you're
My
raping
bad.
me.
My bad.
Yo. That one's on me.
Yeah.
It's very,
Yeah.
very poor performance here in Zombies. Alright,
Yeah,
so we got
sure.
J-Boy Reg coming in hot. Does week 1 represent Shat's skill set, or is he better than it seems? Okay, well,
You know, I think I'm gonna give it. To answer that question, I think I'm gonna give it another week
yeah, that's
until
true,
I
because,
have a clear-cut answer.
yep, because he pitched against a great pitcher and John as well, you know?
Right. It's hard. It's hard to
mean,
compare.
It's almost hard to give him the LVP, but I have to, because, you know, he played the worst. But,
Yeah.
you know, we gotta realize, you know, he's playing against his whole team got no hit, you know? The guy pitched
Yeah,
a no hitter.
I mean, that team and Ryan and John, they can make anyone seem like an LVP.
Oh yeah, they can embarrass anybody, and that's on the set.
Right. So I mean, yeah, I think I'm gonna give it another week.
Yeah.
Who are they playing next week? Do you know?
Shat and
Schedule on
CJ?
that? Yeah.
I think they were gonna play the Blue Ballers. What? I don't know. I think they probably will squeeze out a win there, but it's not gonna prove terribly much.
Yeah, I think that'll be definitely an interesting game. I'd
Right.
like to
You know,
keep my
it's
eye
for the
on
worst
that
team
one.
in the league. You know,
Right.
whoever loses. And maybe the other can, you know, get started and head in the right direction.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think. So yeah, to conclude that question, I'm definitely going to give it another week.
Yeah.
Now, assuming how do you think that game will go exactly? I definitely think that Shat will win.
I think Shat and CJ will win either way. You know, one of the either Shat is just gonna, you know, put the team on his back, which is very unlikely, but I could maybe see him doing that because, you know, he's not the type of kid that would want to get bitched around, but
Yeah.
he might. But I think CJ will have a good game. You know, he'll be more established. I think Shat had mentioned that he's going to start CJ pitching this week, which should have been, you know, probably from the get-go. But,
Right.
you know, I could see them definitely giving the Blue Ballers a run for their money and probably winning the ball game. And then that'll put the Blue Ballers in a very difficult position going forward.
Yeah, being 0-2.
Right.
You know, also, I think on the flip side of that, I would also not be surprised if the Blue Bars put up a fight.
Right. They definitely could. I mean,
You know, I
if
think
they put it together.
I think along the way they're going to learn some tricks of the trade.
That's
But it
correct.
just,
I believe so.
I think it just comes down to
Will it
how
be too
well
late?
they can learn, and how fast they can learn.
Right. Very true.
I mean, definitely lots of questions there for week 2.
Sure. So we got Billy Lentz here. Who finishes with a better season, Bond or Mackey? Ooh. I mean, if this was preseason, I would say Mackey, no doubt. Just because, you know, he just is a better player in my book. But with Bond really kind of did everything, if you ask me, that game. You know, he didn't pitch well, but neither did Nick. And he pitched better than we expected. And Bond actually drove in the only run via solo shot off of Billy, which is actually kind of saying something.
Yeah, that is kind of saying something about Bond.
For sure.
You know, I think, in my opinion, when we saw Bond preseason, pitching pregame,
oh yeah,
you know, a lot of hype was around that, and I think if he can find himself in that again in an actual game,
right,
I think that he could be one of the better pitchers in the league.
No doubt.
You know, it's a very bold statement.
The talent is there,
but
just consistency.
Definitely.
Not the first time I've been this close to
I think that if he commits himself off the field, he can kind of propel his team into better ground.
Right. I mean, if they both get going, you know, this team isn't going to be one that we joke around about as much as we are.
Right.
But, you know.
You know, I think their goal is kind of to just shake the identity that they have right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely not one you want to have.
No doubt.
You got a little heavy traffic going on right now.
Oh, for sure. Hella zombs. Just realized we got the box.
Oh, zombs in the cut.
In the cut, man. You know what? I think I'm gonna crack this guy open right here and start spinning box.
Yeah, so let's not be
Oh, you got puppies. HVK 30. I can work with it.
Now, who do we see, pitching wise? Who do we see emerging as the best pitcher at the end of the season?
Well, John established himself, you know, with that no-hitter. I don't know how long that's going to last, especially against better competition at the plate. You know, Peach was a pretty good pitcher, for sure. Other than that one bomb he gave up to AP.
Right.
As long as he just was able to control that and doesn't let you know hitters get the best of him, he'll be definitely a dangerous pitcher, definitely in the Cy Young conversation for the AL. Oh yeah, but you know, I could see Ryan kind of getting himself in the conversation eventually. You know, really it could go in a lot of directions.
Yeah, I think a lot of work was put in the off season for a lot of people.
For sure.
And so I think that'll kind of create an element of surprise, talking about who emerges as either a new ace or a new silver slugger.
Yeah, and we didn't even mention, like, you know, Brendone and Nick. You know, I mean,
Right.
Brendone and Nick, they only gave up 4 runs. That's really, you know, there was 2 games that went into double digits.
Yeah, and you know,
so.
pitching against the reigning silver slugger in Sean.
Absolutely.
It's not easy.
No doubt.
So I think just, you know, I want to say I was very surprised, and you know, I was kind of impressed
With the friendly noodles?
Friendly noodles, yeah.
Yeah, as was I. Definitely an interesting game. Kind of came out of nowhere, and they didn't waste any time, you know?
Yeah, they just wanted to say, I think they were trying to say, you know, we're here and we're ready to win.
Absolutely. No doubt. They wanted to send a message, and they kept quiet for a while, you know? They're not exactly... They're both of those players are the types of guys, you know, just play the game. They don't talk,
I think,
you know?
Yeah, I think they talk with their game.
Exactly.
You know, some people like to do that, and I kind of respect that.
As do I, yeah.
I think, I think in this league it's a lot of talk.
Yeah, no doubt.
Me and you both being in the league, we kind of know how it is with the smack. I think it's nice to see something different.
Sure. And, to see they're both on the same team. They're just humble, quiet guys, and, I could see them just kind of being under the radar for a while and, beating some good quality teams that we wouldn't expect them to compete with.
Right. They're not overwhelmingly talented.
Right.
But, I think they'll put up a fight with any team in this league.
No doubt. I think they can compete with a lot of teams.
I think sometimes it'll come down to how much heart they can put in.
Right.
And it's not easy to put in a lot of heart sometimes, so, I mean, it'll be interesting to see.
It will. I want to see how that pans out for sure.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, my bad. It's alright.
My bad.
Watch your 6.
Oh, that was a bad move on my part.
Okay. Oh. Oh, here we go.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
We're going back. Oh, I'm going down. Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
Would you look at that? Jeez.
What terrible timing.
Didn't see that coming. Okay. Well, we're cheese. Alright, well, we got a question coming in. Billy Lentz says, if Nick does not pay his fine before his game, he will not be able to play. In your guys' opinion, will Bond actually be better off playing solo with Nick's poor one-hit performance in Week 1? That's interesting as well.
That's a very interesting question. As poorly as Nick played, I really don't think that Bond will be able to handle himself playing alone. He's still kind of a new guy in this league.
Yeah.
Not experience-wise, but talent-wise, he's kind of trying to find his way how to play in this league and doing it easy.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And, somebody being at the game that he played in, some could make the argument, Nick had 5 errors in 1 inning, for instance.
Right.
But, I'd still rather have a fielder out there than nothing.
Yeah.
It comes down to that. What if Bond starts getting shaken up pitching-wise? You're going to need a sub anyway. And you can't do it alone in this league. You really can't. 2 people already is a low number. And you could say, Nick gave up all these runs and they talk smack to each other all the time, but I just don't see it going any other way. They just got to figure that out, and, they're going to have to find a way to play with each other.
Yeah, I don't know, I think they kind of got to figure it out because they have clashing personalities in a sense, and, obviously, like we said, that's not going to help them. But at the end of the day, I think that they know that they need each other. And hopefully that Mackie will pay his fine and so he can be there for Bond.
Definitely. That would be interesting to see if he doesn't and then Bond, puts up a strong performance without him. That would be interesting to see, though.
That'd be very interesting to see. And it'd be interesting to see if Bond tries and makes a trade after that.
Yeah. And there's always dispute that, they both think they're the team captain, which is kind of comical. But, I don't know. A lot going on with that team.
Let's see.
So you want to start up another game, or are we just
let's do it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We got 5 in the cut.
So, I mean, looking at the teams that haven't played yet, Carol and Kevdog, American Pocky, and Ian and Budnick. I don't even know their team name. Something weird, Wintergreen.
I'll start off with Ian and Budnick. I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
From personal experience playing against Budnick, he's a good player.
No
He's
doubt.
got a good swing. He's a natural pitcher with his curve, and you know, when he's like you said, when he's on, he's on. But I'm curious to see how Ian performs.
So
You know, there's lots of criticism around him, and he hasn't really responded to it. So I think
true.
I don't know if that means that he can't argue because it's true or because he wants to.
He wants to just shut him up. Yeah.
Exactly.
On the field.
It'll be very interesting to see.
That will be. I mean, honestly, it's the type of story you like to hear where, you know, somebody's getting all this crap and then they just shut them up with their play. But, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see if Ian can do that. But, I mean, if Ian is good, is, you know, better than we're anticipating, and then mix that in with Budnick's strong play, that team could do some damage.
I could definitely do some damage in that league. Now moving on to Carol and Kev Dog. You know, I don't know. I didn't like what I saw from Kev Dog personally.
Yeah,
But
even last season.
Year,
yeah.
Last season, Carol having a great year. You know, I mean, he was hitting
MVP.
He was hitting a lot, both hands. And, you know, it's always great to see a switch hitter in this league.
Yep.
But it's even better to see an effective one.
Yep. No doubt.
His pitch, I don't really remember being so great. But I think they will be a little weak on the pitching side.
Yep.
But, I mean, if Carroll or Kev Dog can kind of find their way on the mound, and then Carroll carries the team with his swing,
right.
And we have another team that could do some damage.
Yep, no doubt.
A lot of teams in this league are just on the cusp of being able to establish themselves.
Yeah, serious contenders.
It's good to see how
much talent
we have
really
in this league.
Yeah. Because, you know, at the end of the day, not every team is going to be, you know, great. But we have a lot of talent in the league, and it does make it very competitive and fun to watch, for sure.
Right. Kind of just puts that premium branding on this league.
Yep.
That's the best.
So we got a question from Billy Lentz. Last Nick question. Do you guys think that his theft scandal hurts Nick's image as a role model to the CWL's younger fans? Or did his poor play already do that? So, Nick to younger fans. With the scandal, I mean, I don't think it was that bad. You know, he stole one wiffle ball from CWL property just to get some practice.
You know, I think
that's what he said.
I think it just, I think it could be viewed at many different ways.
Yeah.
But to me, I mean, to me, it looks like he's just trying to do some dirty work so he can kind of help his team out.
Yeah.
Which, you know, may not be the right thing to do, but it just shows how the better. And I respect it.
I mean, for Pete's sake, just go out and buy a wiffle ball from Sports Authority.
I mean, yeah, exactly. If you really want a wiffle ball.
Yeah. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's league property, too. You know, that you can't do that. That was in his contract.
Right.
But I mean, Billy's trying to make a case. Maybe his poor play already made him a bad role model for younger fans of the CWL. And I mean, we have to give him the fact, you know, recognize it was one ball game. You know, I don't think we can really judge it off that. I mean, he's not making too many fans, but
everyone has a bad game. So I mean, I'm not gonna,
absolutely,
I'm not really gonna bash him for that one. But yeah. But I mean, I know. I think if he really wants to maintain his younger fans, if any,
right,
he just has to keep working hard off the field.
And he needs to, you know, he's not making many points as it is, so he just needs to work hard, like you said, to, you know, create a better image for himself around the league.
Right. Now we have another question from John.
Mm-hmm.
Who would win one-on-one, Shat or KevDog?
That's a good question. I mean, we haven't seen much KevDog, you know, this season, as we have Shat.
Right.
But just, you know, raw dogging this question, I would say KevDog has the edge. Slightly.
I think I agree. I think KevDog, he's kind of got a slight edge in his hitting.
Right.
And
he's faster.
But I do think Shat can kind of be a decent pitcher at times.
Yeah, he can. He gets that command of his Claremont.
Right. Claremont's his signature thing, and when it's on, it's on.
Absolutely. But
I mean,
if he can take care of that.
I don't know. Yeah, if you can take care of the Claremont, he could be striking out KevDog all he wants, because I think we saw him strike out KevDog with the Claremont the other day.
You know, I mean, if Kevin's a strikeout type of batter, like, but once if he makes contact, you know, he can make some good contact, you know.
Yeah, I think with KevDog's swing, he's always swinging for the seats. He's always trying to knock one out of the park.
He's always swinging for the canopy, right?
Right. I mean, and if you're doing that with the Claremont, though, it'd be tough.
Right.
So yeah, I think I would take KevDog still.
I would too. You know, just kind
having
of
that,
looking at it at this moment,
knowing that Shat won't be able to command his Claremont as well as he needs to.
It's pretty inconsistent.
And with the Claremont, it's either you strike him out or it's out of the park.
Exactly. Oh.
We have another comment from the fans.
Okay.
This one's from Jack Von Tempo of the Blue Ballers. He goes, thoughts on Jack Von Tempo and Knick-Knack.
Alright, I mean, we touched on this a little bit, but, you know, while he's here.
Yeah, if he wants to see it while he's here. You know, Bon, I think I might as well just talk straight to you right now. We think that you and Mackey's chemistry is at a low.
Right.
And you guys need to figure it out.
You all need Jesus, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I don't know, you guys always got something up your ass, but
yeah,
you guys gotta figure it out.
You guys are on this period every freaking other inning.
Right.
So, I mean, if you can minimize that and just play the game and, you know, get along and, you know, be able to be there for each other, you know, relieve each other, you guys can actually be a contender.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it before with Mackey possibly not playing. And with the question of you being able to handle yourself or not, we kind of agreed that you wouldn't. And that we agreed that you and Mackey kind of need each other. But you know, with you specifically, Bond, I think that if you can control your pitching, you can kind of carry yourself and Mackey into a higher ground.
I agree.
Because I think if Bond can kind of if Bond can control his pitching, I think he would put himself more towards the upper echelon of the pitchers in this league.
Really, he can. Just a great overall player in general. You know, you got a home run off of, you know, arguably one of the best pitchers in the league.
Right.
You know, one of the only hits he gave up all day, only run he gave up all day. You know, that was actually pretty eye-opening. And if you can, you know, carry that into your next few games here and just be in accordance with the Nick and just, you know, deal with them, you guys can actually, like, contend in the National League.
He actually needs you to turn on a game volume again.
Oh, yeah, I did that. I tried. Hopefully it's better now.
He said turn it down again.
See eye to eye, Nikolai. Know this. I possess an
Okay.
artifact that
Let
will
me
help.
I'll cover you.
All right, I'm gonna put everything at 4 except the voice, and master volume at 8. Hopefully, I'll just like kind of make the voices be heard here.
Yeah, because that's all that matters right now.
Oh yeah, and that's fact.
We need our voices around the league to be heard.
You heard?
You heard?
You heard? All right, so that's our thoughts on you, Bon. You know, nothing negative really to say. Just constructive criticism here.
This Russian is ready and eager for more
We can see you, doing something here in the National League with Nick.
Right.
So we got Billy Lentz. Billy Lentz, NLCS prediction, ALCS prediction. So, Malco, if you want to take care of the ALCS, I'll do the NLCS, and then we
Okay, so I think the ALCS it's definitely a tough prediction having such a competitive division with myself and Patrick, and then we have AP and B Walls, which they're storming onto the scene, and with big bats and good arms. So I mean,
oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, I can see myself and Patrick kind of making it to the ALCS along with AP and B-Walds, but
I would agree.
along the way they're going to beat Sean and Snover.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sean and Snover, they're a decent team. They have decent pitching. At times it could be kind of not so good at hitting. We saw that. We saw that in Brendone and in Noodles. I mean, they fell behind pretty quickly. And I think
they were fortunate to come back.
I think to have success in this league, you kind of need to be on your game 24/7. You can't let up. You can't make mistakes.
Yeah, especially.
So I think at the end of the day, at the end of the day, with the series of AP, B-Walds, Snove, and Sean, I think it's just going to be Snove and Sean making more mistakes than the other guys, and that's why we'll meet AP and B-Walds in the ALCS. I think me and Patrick, we both kind of have good swings. I think Pat has I think me and Pat have good chemistry. He's a great pitcher, as everyone knows. And
I'm helping you more.
And I think I'm kind of developing myself into a nice relieving role. So I mean, if we keep developing, I think the sky's the limit for us.
For sure, I agree.
So it's just great to see how that'll end up.
Totally agree, everything you said. So, I mean, with the National League Championship Series, I mean, in my predictions video, it's going to be the same kind of thing. I had Brian and John taking the 1 seed, making it to the NLCS, without, much problem, kind of having their way. And then I could see me and Billy, getting that 2 seed, having to play in the NLDS. And originally I had CJ and Shat in there, but I honestly think this could go either way at this point after seeing the performances after week 1. I think Noodles and Brendone could definitely give them a run for their money and squeak into that third seed and make it to the playoffs. But either way, I think it's going to end up being a rematch of last year. Me and Billy versus Ryan and John in the NLCS, to be honest. Either way, whoever makes it to the NLDS, I think that's going to end up being the outcome for the semifinals,
I agree there. So we have a couple more questions here. We have Zach Von Tempo. We have, has your prediction for the Blue Ballers changed from watching our performance last game?
I would say yes and no, in a way.
Yeah, I would say you guys are still in a tough spot. But not as tough as I thought you would be. So I think you guys are kind of still towards the bottom tier
Uh-huh.
in terms of talent and you know, forecasted wins.
Uh-huh.
If you guys even win at all, but no, nothing's set in stone.
That's for sure.
You know, I think you kind of create your own luck and you create your own destiny. So I mean, it's up to them on how they want to end the season and if they want to prove us wrong or not.
Yeah, the ball's in your court, you know. I think the prediction, you know, a lot of people thought you wouldn't be able to win a game this year, but I could see you, you know, if you put it all together, you know, I could see you guys getting 2 wins. If you can put it all together, will you? That's like you said, Malco. It's your own destiny. You got to create it. But you know, my prediction with Nick, I would say, has stayed. That changed. It kind of went down. He was kind of a letdown, to be honest, this week. You know, Bond, personally, you outplayed him, and my prediction for you changed. You know, you played a pretty strong performance, all things considered. You know, a lot of great plays in the field. The pitching wasn't horrible, you know, and you hit a home run. Really the only run batted in of the ball game for your team.
Right.
So you definitely contributed, and I could see you doing that from here on out. So at the end of the day, my answer to that question would be yes and no. But, you know, I agree with Malco. You're still kind of on the lower tier, but you're on the cusp.
Right, so we have another question from Nick Moore.
Right.
Prize Team of the Year predictions.
Alright, well, I think you kind of are playing around here, Nick Moore, because you kind of know our answer to this.
Right, I mean, we kind of know. I think to rephrase his question, he should have asked, what do you think about the friendly rules?
Exactly. I have to agree.
And I think I'll say it again. I think they caught everybody off guard.
And that goes for our title of this video, you know, Brendone out of nowhere, you know?
Right. I mean, it was that game this past week. Brendone came out of nowhere, you know.
That's for sure. First pitch of the ball game.
Slugging one away first pitch. Missed that. And so, prediction-wise for the rest of the season, you know, I think the farthest they could possibly go is an ALDS.
Yeah.
But
I think other than if they
it might be a stretch to
make
the
it
championship series.
It'll
right?
definitely a stretch with having your team and you know the Ultra.
Right.
But the ALDS first, I think you can only go up. I think. And I think, or like we said, quietly, just ass. And it's really great to see that.
Yeah.
He could finally.
Yeah, it really is great to see that because it's showing a lot of competition in the league. And, you know, some people we underestimated, and you like to see them, you know, overcome those odds and be a serious, you know, contender in the league. So we got one more question here, from Jack Bontempo once again. Thoughts on Ian? How will he perform? Will he be the weak link? Will he be the AL LVP? If so, explain why. Okay. I guess we'll just start with the basic question of thoughts on Ian. You know, we kind of touched on that a little bit before, but I think he could, you know, talent-wise, I could see him being a solid player. But that's kind of on a small sample size. We haven't really seen him play. But I wouldn't go as far as to say he's going to be amazing, but I wouldn't go as far to say he'll be the LVP just yet.
Yeah, I think
spit my last breath at thee.
My bad.
Yeah, my bad.
Before saying anything about LVP, I mean, we haven't seen 4 players yet play, and we can't say. I mean, I've done very much.
I am in need of bullets.
Yep.
So I mean, look, with the LVP part of that question, I'm probably going to, you know, deflect that to the side.
Yeah, I'll put that on the side for a
Be the
while.
LVP.
I am drawn to their blood like Nexus.
Alright, so we got Billy Lentz coming in. Jared, how's Manny doing? He's doing well, dog. Thanks for asking. And then Jack Bontempo. No offense, boys. Your zombies play is subpar. Okay. Your skill set in wiffle ball is subpar. How's that sound, pal?
And in response to that, we don't focus on.
Oh no! I cannot be out of ammo.
And that,
Oh, you're kind of breaking up now, Tyler, but kind of streaky audio I'm getting. I don't know if that's the same for the viewers, but...
my bad, I'm at.
Damn it! Should be training them, not
That was on,
killing
man.
them.
Yeah, man.
We're in the spot right now.
Yeah, have a good night, pal, alright? Okay, pal.
Am I still cutting out?
Not as bad anymore. We got, yeah, Nick Moore acknowledged how Malco keeps cutting out. And Billy Lentz said, no offense, Jack, your wiffle play is subpar. You know. Alright. I would relax a little bit, Billy, but...
My mic keep
says it keeps cutting out, but...
I had $80 that I could have either used on a mic or on a so one. But, you know, I kind of myself what I think is more important. And I made the keep it. So my apologies to the fans about my mic.
Touch me.
But for the greater good.
Fool for touching Nikolai.
Oh, Neptune. I'll crack this bad boy open here. I think I'm gonna have to conclude this soon. You know, Manny's getting a little rattled. But, you know, that was a solid Q&A for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It was a great time.
Definitely something we should keep doing. You know, we got a lot of
Yeah,
participation here.
Right. I like how the fans got involved, and I think it'll feel up from here.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, 19 questions or comments, I should say, here. You know, at one point I think I saw
great.
10 to 12 viewers. You know, that's pretty solid, all things considered, for our first podcast here.
Perfect. Is this going to conclude?
Yeah, I think it should automatically upload once we finish this up. Usually that's what happens with my streams here, so it should be on in the C-Town Wiffle Ball YouTube page if you want to, you know, watch this again, or if you think you missed a part, you know, you can replay this. Get our thoughts on a lot of things.
Gonna let this one zombie take us out?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that could be all she wrote here.
Nikolai is not too proud to ask for help.
You know, kind of.
And that's gonna be all she wrote for tonight, boys. All right, well, that was this week in CWL. Brendone out of nowhere. So thank you guys for watching. Definitely a solid, you know, podcast here, and you know, we're gonna keep this going. So thank you guys for watching.